Unit 1. 1. What is the root system and its function? What do sugar beet, carrot and leguminous plant have in their root? Root is the basic part of a plant that below the ground. It has two main functions. Absorb mineral and water for the plant. Hold the plant firmly on the ground. Sugar beet, carrot have ability to store food to keep plant growing for more than one season. Leguminous has special bacteria to make the soil more fertile. Root hair is single cell near the tip of the root. 1. What is the shoot system and its function? Shoot system is the basic part of the plant that above the ground. It consists of stem, leaves, fruits. Stems support the plant and enable the water and mineral pass through up from the root and organic material travel down to the root. The leaf grows out the side of the stem. Their job to make the food for the plant by the process known as photosynthesis. Flower contain the reproductive organs of the plant, stamens produce the male cell and the carpel produce the female sexual. Unit 2. 1. What is germination? What are the necessary for germination? Germination is the first stage of the life cycles of the plant. Firstly, the seed must be alive. The temperature might be right. If the temperature is too high, the seed will die. The protein is destroyed. The moisture must be right. If it's too dry, the seed won't germinate until it's rain. If it's too wet, the seed will lack oxygen. The amount of oxygen must be right. Dormant seed need very little of oxygen, but when it germinates it require more. 1. What is the stage of germination? How the plant grows after germination? On the first stage of germination, the primary roots emerge. The stem appears above the ground. The root system grows downward, and spreads through the soil. The second stage is rapid growth. The plant grows to its full size. When it mature enough, it is pollination and fertilization. In pollination the pollen is carried by the wind and insect from the stamens to the stinky of carpel. It germinates on stigma and grow down the style in the ovary, where fertilization take place. Unit 3. What do you light quantity? How to manipulate it? Light quantity refers to intensity or concentration of sunlight and varies with the season of the year. The maximum is present in summer and the minimum in winter. The more sunlight a plant receives, the better capacity it produces plant food through photosynthesis. Decrease. Light quantity can be decreased in a garden or greenhouse by using shade cloth or shade paint above the plant. Increase. Light quantity can be increased by surrounding white or reflective material or supplemental light. What is light quality? Light quality refers to the color or length reaching the plane surface. Sunlight can be broken up by the prism into respective color of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Red and blue light have the greatest effect on the plane growths. Blue light is primarily responsible for vegetative growth. A red light when combined with blue light encourage flowering in plants. Green light is effective to plant at most plants reflect and absorb little. Unit 4. How does temperature affect the plant growth? Give example. Temperature affects the productivity and the growth of the plant. High temperature cause increase respiration sometime above the rate of photosynthesis. This means that the product of photosynthesis are being used more rapidly than they are being produced. For growth to occur, photosynthesis must be greater than respiration. Plant transpires more rapidly at higher temperature because water evaporate more rapidly as the temperature rise. For example, if the temperature is high in the day length is long, cold season crop, such as spinach and broccoli will grow rather than produce the desired flower. High temperature prevents warm season crop from setting food. Temperature that are too high for the warm season crop so that pepper or tomato can cut pollen to become. Question 2. How does low temperature affect plant growth? Low temperature affects the productivity and growth of a plant. Low temperature can result in poor growth, photosynthesis slow at low temperature. Since photosynthesis is slow, growth is slow, and this results in low yield. Plant root need moist soil during the winter. When the soil is frozen and the movement of water into the plant is severely restricted, evergreen and broadleaf can become water deficiency. In the few minutes, turning the leaves or needles brown. Late spring frost damage can ruin entire crops. If the temperature drops too low during the winter, entire tree of some species is killed. The plant tissue and cell are frozen. Unit 5. What are the roles of water in plant growth? Water is one of the most essential factors requires in growth of the plants. Water is primary component of photosynthesis. It maintains the turgor pressure or firmness of tissue and transport nutrition thought out the plant. It is maintaining turgor pressure. Water is the major constituent of protoplasm of the cell. By mean of or turgor pressure and other change in the cell, water requite the opening, closing of the stomata, thus regulating transpiration. Water provides pressure to move root through the soil. Water is solvent for mineral moving into the plane and for carbohydrates moving to their site to use or storage. Water helps stabilize temperature by its gradual evaporation of water from the surface of the leaf near the stomata. Unit 6. What are 16 essential nutrient elements and where are they from? What are the factors that affect the amount of nutrients absorbed? Plant, like all other living things, need food for their growth and development. Plants require 16 essential nutrient elements. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen are derived from the atmosphere and soil water. The remaining 13 essential element, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, iron, zinc, manganese, copper, boron, molybdenum, and chlorine, are supplies either from soil minerals and soil organic matter or by organic or inorganic fertilizers. What are fertilizers and why are they added to the soil? Some of the factors that affect nutrient absorption are the type of ion, soil pH, solubility of ion pairs, water, soil oxygen, sugar supply, plant stress, and temperature. Unit 7. 1. What is fertilizer and why they add to the soil? Fertilizers are more concentrated, inorganic chemical substances. They may be grouped as nitrogenous fertilizers, phosphatic fertilizers, potassic fertilizers, and so on. Nitrogenous fertilizers encourage rapid vegetative growth and gives plants a healthy green color. Phosphatic fertilizer stimulates the formation of a plant's roots and promotes fruit and seed production. Potassic fertilizers makes the plant tissues stronger. This helps the plant to withstand mechanical damage such as broken branches and torn leaves. 1. What are manures and why are they added to the soil? Manures are bulky, organic materials. There are two kinds of manures. A. Farmyard manure contains three most important substances for plant materials: nitrogen, phosphate, and potash. Manure is added to the soil for several reasons. It improves the physical condition of the soil. It also keeps up the level of humus in the soil and maintains the best conditions for the activities of soil organisms. It makes up for the plant nutrients which have been removed by crops or lost by leaching and soil erosion. B. Green manure includes leguminous crops which quickly grow such as clover and lucerne. Green manure supplies additional nitrogen as well as organic matter.